Hello again. In this video we're going to cover something that everybody's sort of thought about at some point or another, and that is as it's drawing towards winter and you're sat outside with your scope and you've got your boots on and your 3 pairs of socks and your vest and your 2 t-shirts and your fleece and then your coat over the top and your tracksuit bottoms over the top of your jeans and you're still shivering, and then you go and get your hat on and you're thinking there's got to be an easier way of doing this, and you know nothing would be better than being able to sit in the warm and be able to do it all, you know, from inside. And that's what I'm going to show you in this video, and I'm going to show you the way that I do it and the hardware and software that's needed, and then I'll give you an example of how it all works and comes together. Now, the way I do it may not necessarily be the only way, but it works for me and it works well, so you know that's the way that we're going to go. Now, the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need a couple of these. They're collectively called power line connectors, and these ones are by TP-Link, and the code for these is TLPA211. Now you have to be quite careful when buying these because they do come in a couple of different speeds, and really you want the 200 Mbps ones. Now when you get them, they also come with a piece of network cable about 1 meter long. You might need to sort of just, you know, get a longer piece of cable for them. Now all that you do with these, they're really simple. It actually just sends your broadband down the mains electric lines in your house, and also I'm told that they don't even need to be on the same ring main. As long as they connect through the same power supply that comes into your house, then you know you're fine. Now like I said, they're really easy to work, and all you do is plug 2 of these in the locations that you need, which obviously one is going to be near to your router and the other one is sort of outside with your telescope, and you plug these into the mains. They just have a little button on the bottom on this model, so what you do is you plug both in the locations that you're going to use them. Go to your first one, press the button in for 4 seconds, and then walk to your second one and hold that button in again for 4 seconds, and that does what they call pairing. It just allows the 2 sockets to talk to each other. Now what you do is you take one that is near to your router and just run your piece of network cable, plug in to the bottom of your power line adapter, plug the other end into one of the inputs in your router. Now with the second one, all you do is plug in near your telescope and then plug this in to your laptop, and then you've got to run some software. You don't actually need any software or drivers for these. That's basically it for the hardware. Your software will just allow the 2 systems to talk to each other, and we'll look at the software next. Right, this is the software that we're going to need. The one that I've chosen, there are a few options, but I just found this to be very simple to use, and again it just works, and best of all it's actually free for private use. You know, obviously commercial situations are different, but for private and home use it's absolutely free to use with no restrictions. So what we do is go to the TeamViewer website and just download the application. Now you need to install this on both your home PC, the one that you're going to use to do the controlling, and also on your laptop. So just download the software and install it. Now when you install it, it's very simple to use. You basically just answer a couple of questions you know, about your machine, and then it will give you some codes. Now it will give you a remote code for your home PC that you're doing the controlling from, so just get a pen and paper and write these down. Then it will also give you a code and a password for your laptop. It's just all to do with security and everything, and again write that down, because when you come to actually do the connection, what happens is that you launch the software from your home PC, run it from your laptop, and then just you need to verify the connection by just putting in that password. So once you've got those things wrote down, we're next going to go on to actually running the software on the 2 machines, and we're going to start doing some telescope control. Okay, just to show you the setup now at the other end, as you can see we've got the laptop there and we've got it connected to our mount, and you can see my telescope just sitting on the floor there at the side. Now if we zoom in, you'll see that I've fitted also a webcam, and the webcam is actually pointing at the mount itself. The mount is obviously connected in through the laptop and through USB. And what we're going to do is we're basically just going to control everything from my home PC. You know, so that's it. We're going to leave the laptop at that point. Okay, so we've now set the laptop up as you saw, and normally, under normal circumstances, you would have gone outside and started up your various software, you know, that you're going to use, you know, your imaging software or your EQ mod and etc., and just set everything up. And what I'm going to do is, just to show the versatility of the system, is I've actually just left the laptop in desktop mode, and we're going to do a complete cold start, but actually from inside on the home PC. Now, as you can see, I've just got the Astronomy Shed forum here on up in Google Chrome, and we can just simply start TeamViewer, and you see here that it says, you know, that you want to connect. Obviously we did the thing before with the IDs and the passwords, so we just connect to it, and as we said, it asks for the password, so I'll just put in the password for my laptop, and click log on. Now you see that a window has opened. Now that window is actually the screen of our laptop, and you just basically use that now as if you're actually on the laptop. You're just working inside a window, so that anything that you're looking at and you click just behaves as if you're actually using the laptop. So let's have a look. If we go down to the start menu, and let's start to launch our telescope software. So we want Stellarium scope, which automatically launches Stellarium. Once we've allowed that to start up, like so, we can put Stellarium into window mode. And reduce it. Now let's connect to our mount, which at the moment is parked, and now we'll get even more complicated and we'll launch into our webcam. Now, as you remember, the webcam is pointing at the actual mount, so what we'll do is we'll put SharpCap into window mode, like so. Now everything's moving a little bit slowly here, but you've got to bear in mind that I'm doing all this and I'm capturing the screen all at the same time. So what we're going to do next is drop this one down, move our EQ mod control over, and the first thing we want to do obviously is to unpark. Once we've unparked the mount, like so. So in effect, what we're doing is we're controlling the mount from inside, we're controlling our imaging software from inside, and you know, we're sat in the warm and everything is just working. As I said, the performance at the moment on this video isn't exceptional, but having said that, what you need to bear in mind is that I'm actually recording all this as well. So I've got all this stuff connected up. You know, I've got the webcam that's feeding video to me, and I've got the EQ mod running, and I'm capturing video, and there's just so much going on. Even for a powerful computer, just the screen grabbing software alone, it takes quite a bit up. But you can see that it works absolutely brilliantly. And obviously this this video feed that we've got would normally be sort of your view through your telescope, so you can keep your eye on it and monitor that. And it would be particularly good if you were doing a mosaic, because you know you can see when your frames are finished and stop, and you can just move your scope over to the next section and everything. And like I said, all you're doing is, you know, you sat inside doing all that in the nice and warm. Now, something to just bear in mind is that every now and again you may want to go outside and check on your mount to make sure that you're not doing anything like having a mount collision, you know, where your scope's going to hit your legs on your tripod or something similar. And that's about it again for this one. Just, you know, another little trick that you can do actually is that you can launch any software from within this window on your laptop. So if we sort of start to close down some of this stuff, which will obviously speed things up a bit, your start menu appears just in this window as it would do on your laptop, and hopefully that's also capturing on the camcorder. Now you can do such as programs and start, accessories, notepad, and you can write something in notepad, and that will actually save onto your desktop on your laptop. You can see that everything's sped up now that I'm not running EQ modern camera software and everything. You know, Windows are starting to move quite quickly and everything's going on. But you can see it's a really versatile system. It works and it basically just does what it says on the tin. And that's about it for this one. So once again, thanks for watching.